Good heavens.
Good heavens, darling. Are you looking at what mine eyes do see?
Welcome
to
the Timey-Wimey Talks podcast with
Alyssa
and Tyara.
And we just watched
the Slam Me Out 2 extended version music video.
Yeah, not everyone knows that song.
NLE Choppa style.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to Slam Me Out 2 NLE Choppa, it's a great song,
it's her
renowned song.
She's obsessed
with
this
song.
This
reminded me of that. Yeah. Hot Boy Summer,
definitely.
Pride Month.
We liked it.
Is we smashing or what?
We liked it. And you know what, we had like a little conversation in the middle of the episode, and we were like, think about, when we were kids and we were watching Doctor Who, if like this had come on, if this kind of, homosexual content came on and it was the Doctor, we would not be having it at all. We would not be here for it at all.
But now we were like gagging in fangirl obsession.
Oh, so true.
It was hot. Like, I don't know.
Tiara had to fan herself
this off. This cured homophobia. It did.
Really? It really did. Because what did you say? You said the best gay romantic story she's ever seen.
Oh my god.
And it's Doctor
Who. I was
Who.
invested.
What a good job, guys. Thank you.
Well, best romance since Jack.
Very true. He gave us Jack vibes.
Which
is why it probably
flirting with the Doctor.
So well. I love it.
I'm sorry, but like, were you not in the screen just like drooling about this? Like, it was hot.
And he came on screen. I'm like, Jonathan Groff. I love Jonathan Groff. He's a really good singer, by the way. And what a good choice. Good choice.
All I have to say is this episode is hot. HOT hot.
Talk about it.
It's getting hot in here. Take off all your clothes.
Take off all your rogues.
Go.
That wasn't that good.
Stop.
But she supports me. So anyways, you want to talk about the episode?
No, I just want to watch it over again.
It's over, right?
Yeah.
We're done. Okay, just kidding.
Okay,
but anyway,
let's talk about the episode.
Let's calm down, Tiara.
I know.
Let's calm down and reassess our sexuality. No, I'm just kidding. And
reassess our sexuality. Everyone should be gay in 2024.
Because we could be like Rogue and the Doctor, but you're playing. In the beginning,
I like
the orchestra. Have you ever seen Bridgerton before?
No, I haven't seen Bridgerton.
Okay, well, I have. I liked how in the episode the orchestra was playing modern songs in like, orchestral form, just like how Bridgerton does. Bridgerton does that exact same thing, and I'm like, ooh, that's so cute.
Give me Bridgerton.
Well, they played like what, Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, and then they played Poker Face.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Where was I? I was just drooling the whole time.
You were drowning.
Stop. Cut the tape.
She was, yeah. And also what I liked in this episode, they were super savage with their comments. Like when the Duchess said, "People look to me as an arbiter of taste," one of the childers was like, "In that dress?" We love that.
Snarky like jokes from everybody. The Doctor, from Rogue, from Ruby. It was elementary school flirting all around, just like tiny jabs, just to like bullying.
They're chasing each other on the playground.
My kind of flirting. Like, you're stupid. No, your mom's fat. No, your mom's ugly. I'm like,
your mom was so fat the TARDIS couldn't even take off.
I can't.
And also the makeup on the dead people looked really good. I don't know, I just wanted to throw that out there. Do you agree, Tiara? Like, they looked dead. They looked.
They
No.
looked- they looked unalive.
What I'm saying is like they definitely looked like they were like sucked completely dry. Like that was really good how they did like the
sucked
hollow
completely
cheeks.
dry.
Oh. This episode's gonna be half the size it is when we're filming because of all of Tiara's like
Inappropriate comments.
Um,
that wasn't the only thing said right. Okay, sorry.
Sorry. The music on Rogue's spaceship was really good. The Kylie Minogue song, that la la la.
Oh,
I love that song. I love that
the
song.
Doctor just like sexually singing to
and he
Rogue,
winks at him.
and he's just like, I was like, I
and
felt
Rogue turns
the
it off.
sexual
Rogue is like,
tension.
stop. Rogue is like, stop. And the Doctor's like,
You just
I'm just
felt
gonna do
the
whatever I want.
sexual tension the whole entire time, and I was obsessed with it.
I was
obsessed.
I was obsessed, bro. Like, how can they do that so well?
It's
Disney Plus, and it's Doctor Who, and it's like, I don't know. We just good
heavens.
Good heavens, darling. Are you looking at what mine eyes do see? Oh, the scene, you want to talk about the scene with the psychic paper?
Yes. Oh, the psychic paper. When the Doctor pulls out the psychic paper and he reads it and he's like, it just says you're hot. And I was like,
and he gets all flustered.
And he's like, ugh. And I was like,
you're like, I wish that were me. Why can't that be me?
I love that part because it was like silly, it was goofy. It wasn't what you expected. So it just
definitely
like, it wasn't. So it was just, it kind of threw me off, and it was hot, and it was just.
The whole episode, not what I expected.
No, it wasn't.
And I'm here for
I wasn't expected to like it so much.
When they're about to kiss in the TARDIS, and then the TARDIS makes a sound, I'm like, homophobe.
The TARDIS blocks him.
The TARDIS
He's like, pay
not
attention
here for homo love. And I just, why are you such a hater? Why are you such a hater? I wanted to see it.
So let it happen. Let it happen.
Because the TARDIS is partially alive, right? You didn't have to make the sound right then.
Do you remember when the TARDIS got jealous? When the TARDIS went in human form and got jealous?
Yeah.
The TARDIS has always been a cock block.
Actually true.
The TARDIS has always been a cock block.
You're so right.
So the TARDIS is just a low-key hater.
TARDIS is homophobic.
He's like, you're all
TARDIS
mine.
is heterophobic. The TARDIS is Doctorphilic.
Doctorphilic.
And that sounds like Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah, and then so when they go and they start to dance together to cause a scene,
the boys. At
one part while they're dancing and they're just like looking at each other, they're lost in each other's eyes. The lights darkened in the back, and I was like, oh, it's like it's just them. It's like they're feeling like it's just them, and nothing could interrupt this moment. And I love that.
It was beautiful. It felt like such a gushy gay romance novel, and I didn't hate it. I didn't even care.
I was happy that they weren't afraid of doing it. They just gave it to you without, like, I don't know, making that the whole point of the story. Yeah, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I see a lot of like LGBTQ media that's people falling in love, gay people falling in love, and the whole story is of them like overcoming the obstacles to be together. Yeah. Or their love story is just what everything hinges around. And it's great to see representation, but at the same time, like, where's the actual story? Like, that's what I don't know, that's why I like this episode so much, is because it was there, it was very prevalent, and the gays got their story, but everyone else got their story too. Yeah, it didn't take away from the whole overarching. Well, to me, it did, because you were distracted. I was distracted. Tiara couldn't handle herself. I loved it too, but Tiara's over here just like getting up and like spinning around. I'm like, and she's like, let me know if you want me to cut that. Never. And okay. The way that so they're supposed to cause more of a scene or whatever, cause a distraction, so that the Duchess wants to take over their bodies. And the doctor's just talking the whole time, like, you cad. Like, he's getting the attention of everyone in the room. And then he's like, Rogue, say something. And then Rogue just doesn't say anything, kneels down and just holds out a ring. And I just laughed out loud. I thought that was really funny.
What do you think that was about? And, like, why did the doctor get so emotional? Like, he paused when it happened.
Yeah.
Like, he just...
We wanted to talk about that because, okay, what did I write down? That, the doctor, I couldn't tell if that was his acting or it was his trauma from being married before. Like, with River, like, maybe he, seeing the ring and, like, you know, marriage is flooding into his brain, maybe he kind of got all those bad memories from marriage back.
Something happened then.
Or, yeah, something happened, or he was acting. You know, guess we'll never know.
You know what we haven't seen in a while? The snow.
Actually true.
Where does the snow go?
And Ruby said, she's like, my name's Ruby Sunday, my mom is blah, 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 and it snows. It snows when sometimes, and I'm like, when?
Yeah, where has the snow been?
I'm like, we talk about it, but we didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it, not this time.
I just don't know when the snow comes and why the snow comes.
Yeah,
it doesn't save anybody, it just randomly just shows up.
But the next episode, they're kind of confronting the lady that keeps appearing. They're kind of figuring that out, so maybe that's connected, and then we'll see the snow in the next episode.
It reminds me, that lady who just shows up everywhere, it reminds me, I don't know who it was. Was it Clara? No, I think it was Amy.
Oh,
do you
that's
remember
Clara.
that?
That's Clara.
That's Clara? Okay, yeah. When there's an episode in Doctor Who where Clara goes into the TARDIS and gets lost in time, and she's...
I think it's Clara. Correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah.
But she's the impossible girl. She was born to save the Doctor,
was
right?
the impossible girl. Yeah, and gets trapped in his timeline.
Okay.
So this lady just kind of reminds me of that because she's somehow stuck in the timeline.
She's either connected to the Doctor or connected to Ruby.
Connected to Ruby, yeah.
So, I don't know, that's a fun mystery to keep figuring out as we come along. But yeah, we wanted to see a little more than just a painting this time. We've gotten used to having those big clues thrown in, so.
And, I mean, RTD, Russell T. Davis, which I guess we're calling him RTD now. I've just seen that everywhere.
That's fine, because I think I pronounced his last name wrong. So, keep going.
Yeah, maybe I do. I don't.
No, I think you're right. I think it's actually Davis, and I've just been saying it wrong because I'm American.
So I'm American.
So American.
But he said he gave a list of episodes to watch before the finale. And it doesn't have, and a lot of the episodes don't have to do with the season. They're other seasons, so I'm wondering if they all somehow connect into it. So,
like, connect into what?
They connect into that final episode.
Yeah.
The final series.
Yeah, all these questions that we have.
Yeah. He said to, like, go back and watch these 5 specific episodes.
Oh, right. You sent that to me. You sent that to me. Bad Wolf and Parting of the Ways, I think.
I can actually look it up.
Okay.
Let me look it up real quick. So, Russell T. Davis recommended 5 episodes to revisit before the finale. This is by Doctor Who TV on Instagram. It will have the same vibes as Bad Wolf and The Parting of the Ways. This is like a triple cliffhanger. So, he recommends that we watch Spearhead from Space, Bad Wolf and The Parting of the Ways, A Good Man Goes to War, The Bells of St. John's, and The Church on Ruby Road.
He said, while you're at it, just watch the whole season. Watch every season.
Watch every single episode, because if not, you're not a true fan.
Yeah. I wonder if he said that. You know, this is just me being a hater. I'm not actually a hater, but I wonder if he said that just so he was like, oh, if people watch this, they're going to be like, hey, you're doing the same thing as before. When, you know, I love to see that. I love to see that, Russell. But I just wonder.
Yeah. So we'll have to go back. Everybody watch those and then see if they somehow tie into this finale. Because I'm curious. I don't know. Honestly, we'll have to watch all 5 and then watch the finale and see what we can, like, digest off of this, which will be a completely other episode. So watch that when it comes out,
please,
and we'll somehow try to connect all of those 5 episodes to the finale episode.
You said somehow. Yeah,
somehow
we're gonna figure it out.
Well, we're gonna figure it out when it happens.
When it happens.
It hasn't happened yet. But yes, anyways, going back to this episode,
10 minutes later, let's talk about Rogue. I thought that the bird makeup and the costumes were all different and all really good too. The makeup team did really good this episode. Good job.
Alyssa loves to give shout outs to
I
the
do,
other
honestly,
cast.
because I'm
She's
like,
like, you're important. You're important. You're important.
I'm like, one day when they watch this, which they all inevitably
Which
will.
all of them will, and they'll be like,
Of
thank you
course.
for noticing.
Thank you so much. No, it's seriously. Well, because I like art a lot. I like art and culture and stuff, and so like when I see that, I'm like, good job, artists. Good job. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, because I see you. I recognize.
Congrats to the scores.
The hard work
The
you put in.
scoring is good
Mm-hmm.
in all the episodes.
Yeah.
Music
fire.
Great job, guys. The shoes that they were wearing, they held up well.
You'll never be
except for that other shoe that came off. That one didn't do so hot.
Shout out to Left Shoe. You really carried this episode. Thanks.
Do you want to do any other shout outs?
Oh, shout out. Let's see. Shout out Rogue's hair. Really big, important character in this episode. Let's see. Oh, when the doctor finds out that Ruby got eaten, or Ruby got killed by the bird person. Ruby got ate. Initially in the beginning of the episode, he was like, "Oh, we're gonna drop the Choulders off on an abandoned planet, or the Choulder, because he didn't know it was more than one at this point. I'm gonna drop the Choulder off on an abandoned planet where they can't feed, they can't do anything." And then as soon as Ruby, probably got killed, he's like, "How long do they live? 600 years.
They're gonna suffer
They're
forever.
gonna suffer for 600 years." Like, okay.
I love the Doctor shows this rarely, but it's only with his companions, his vengeful side, because he definitely has a vengeful side. He likes to pretend like he's like the savior.
Yeah.
But it's not until it happens and it's somebody close to him that he actually becomes vengeful.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's human too. But
yeah,
he's not human.
He's not human, but he has those human characteristics where it's like, he's like, oh yeah, so what if they killed half your planet? Let's still save them because every creature matters.
Yeah, the booger monster deserves to live.
And then something happens somewhere close to him and he's like, kill them all! Like, screw them!
I'm done saving people. Don't call me the Doctor. I'm the killer.
Yeah.
Please.
And it's just like funny just to see how hypocritical he is sometimes. He's a bit flawed, but
we still stand the
Doctor.
Doctor.
We still stand
him. If he were perfect all the time, he'd be boring.
Yeah.
He'd be so boring. So we love that. We love his little rage. He's been crying a lot. I don't know if I'm getting tired of it, but it didn't hit me as hard this time.
I think his like grief is like catching up to him. And you can like feel it throughout the episode because he's, I don't know, becoming less and less happy, and like,
it's true.
Not less and less happy. He's in the first couple episodes he was super joyful and blah 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 and whatever. And you can see things are actually like weighing on him.
Yeah,
and he's sensitive.
Totally. No, you're right, because I'm remembering like from our earlier episodes when we watched them, how we were saying like the Doctor doesn't know who he is anymore. He doesn't know who he is, and I know we've talked about this on another episode too, but you're right, like it's catching up with him. He's showing all these emotions, and we're not having those moments of, oh, he doesn't know who he is anymore.
Yeah, because he was like a baby Doctor, and he popped out of the little thing, and he was like
That's
happy.
True. He's like a copy of the Doctor too. Remember when he split in two? I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know. But at first he was very nonchalant. I love traveling. Let's go to Rome. Let's go to Greece. This is all good times. And then he also started to get a reality check of what he's actually here for, and seeing people suffer and losing people that he loves. And he's no more, oh, everybody's going to be safe. Yeah. He realized once he takes the companions, it's an actual risk to them. And it's not always, oh, it's nice to have a fun companion. Yeah. No, he's putting their lives at risk. Yeah. And he didn't really realize that at first. Yeah. And then when he's crying in the episode, he realizes, oh, I promised that I would keep her safe. I can't always keep my promises.
Yeah, he flashes back to his conversation with her mom. And I think this this happens pretty much every time when the Doctor regenerates too, because it's like I'm the same person, but I'm a new person, kind of. So I think because I'm just thinking back to when David Tennant regenerated from Christopher Eccleston, and he is very like loud and out there and like happy-go-lucky, like have a good time, like everything's fun, everything's exciting, I can always figure it out. And then as the season goes on, he kind of comes into himself and realizes again who he is. And so maybe he just had to find that again.
And then it's interesting, the opposite happened with Peter Capaldi. In the beginning of the episodes, he was completely harsh. He was a complete butthole. And throughout the episodes, Clara has to help him kind of find his empathy again.
That is, that's something to talk about. Yeah, maybe we should make a forum or something.
Like the progression of the Doctor Who.
We just got our first comment, so we're in the writing scene now. So anyway, I love when God, what's his name? I was just gonna call him Jonathan Groff. Rogue. When Rogue takes Ruby out of the trap triangle and then goes back in instead of her, and he tells the Doctor, "Find me," and then just drops. And I was like, "Oh yay, we get to see more of him!" Or we probably
I want to see more of him. I love
and
that.
"Find me" was so cute. It was so cute.
And we love that one part of the episode when they're in their ship and when they're in the Doctor Who's, they're in the Doctor's TARDIS, and he's like, "So you're gonna travel with me?" And then Rogue is like, "No, you're gonna travel with me."
You're gonna travel with me.
And it was just like, and the way he just like rolls, and he's like, "No, you're gonna travel with me."
I'm not doing
and I was like, "Okay, okay, get a room."
Okay.
I'm like, "There's children watching."
Maybe it doesn't need to be bigger on the inside. Maybe you should go off in your own small
That's
room.
what she said.
Oh my god. Ruby. I liked how Ruby made sure that the Doctor was okay, even though he kept saying he wanted to move on. Like at the end of the episode, she got her. You remember how you were saying how you wanted like Ruby to have some moments or whatever? She got her little moment. She also got her little moment when she was fighting the bird. Love that.
She's a quick thinker.
She is. I still want more from her though.
I know. I'm saying that too.
And I was happy that we focused a lot on the storyline, the gay storyline and the bird storyline. But I don't know. I feel like Ruby, she told off that guy at the beginning, and then she had her girl bestie, and then she fought her, and then comforted the Doctor at the end. I feel like that's all she did.
That's all.
That's 4 things.
That's all you did?
She did 4 things.
In the entire episode?
Oh, come on. And I know it's called Doctor Who, not Ruby Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know if you want to see Ruby Who. And then just something small I wrote at the end. I noticed he has a little eyeball tattoo on his fingernail. Impressive attention to detail.
Yeah.
Costuming department.
Whatever that means.
Another shout out. Yeah, whatever that eyeball tattoo means.
At the end, when the Doctor found Rogue's ring in his pocket, he pulls it out and puts it on his finger, and there's a tattoo on his other hand of an eye.
Yeah.
A black eye on his fingernail.
An eyeball. And I wonder if that's, I don't know, just stylistic, or I wonder if it's gonna be like I don't know, symbolic.
If there's symbolic, or it was just a gay fashion thing.
It was just queer fashion.
Just queer fashion.
You wouldn't get it.
And then you mentioned how, since he has the ring, he could technically put it in the TARDIS to go find.
Yeah. No, right before he found the ring in his pocket, I'm like, he better have something so he can track Rogue in the TARDIS. So if they don't do that and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I can't find him," yes, you can. I've seen it before.
I think with his smirk, he's like, "Clara, I'm gonna leave you at home for this one."
Clara, you mean Ruby?
Oh, sorry, Ruby.
It's the same thing of you being like, she's Clara.
They are the same person to me, honestly. I'm sorry. They have the same personality. But
watch the last episode if you want to know more about that.
About me just saying how they're the same. But anyways, I think the Doctor didn't really tell Ruby, he was like, yeah, I'm sad. But then he kind of smirks at the end when he has the ring, because I think he's like, I'm gonna leave you at home.
Oh, I thought he just found
I'm
it.
gonna leave
Like,
you at home.
He forgot that he had
I'm gonna leave you
it.
at home, and then I'm gonna find my man, and we're gonna have some sexy time, and I'm gonna leave you here, and I'm not gonna tell you that I'm gonna leave you here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I could see that. I'm ready for that. No Ruby. We were just saying we want to see more of Ruby, and we're like, no Ruby. Rogue.
Imagine them traveling together, like Rogue and the Doctor.
I was imagining it while I was watching, because I want. You know how in the last one we were like, oh, I hope they take Ricky September on their adventures.
Mhm.
Well, Ricky dies. Spoiler: Ricky dies, and so they couldn't take him. Like, I want one of those stories. I want like a third guy in the mix. You know?
Yeah.
Like, just for funsies,
Mhm.
just for fun. That would be awesome.
It would change the dynamic a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Change the little, the formula we got going, which it's working, but at the same
It's
time,
always nice. I think they never have a companion where there's too much sexual tension, where it's like,
yeah.
you know, like it's more like it's there, but we don't really talk about it, but we know it's there.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a more like, it was too much sexual tension, so like we can't continue with it.
You know how we were talking in Space Babies about how he was like really touchy with her and like had his arm around her and he was like touching her, and I think they're moving away from that, which is really good. And then he says, "Oh, she's my best friend," and I'm like, great, love that.
Yeah.
And she's still 19. By the way. But anyways, that's all I wrote.
Yeah.
Tiara didn't write anything.
I didn't write anything because I was
She was
locked.
She was too busy taking screenshots every 5 seconds. She was too busy changing her phone background. So when it's locked, it's Rogue and the Doctor just standing, and then when she unlocks it, it's them kissing.
I was like, Alyssa, write this down. And she's like, Tiara, you write it down.
I know, I told her, I was like, no, you write it down. No, I'm busy.
Write it. But
she's funny like that.
Oh, great episode.
It was a great episode.
Great.
Made strides during Pride Month.
Oh,
thanks.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did.
I know.
She's not an ally.
I am an ally. Okay, I'm now an ally. Even more.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. She's like, actually, I
wasn't
homophobic before.
I wasn't before.
I was actually.
But now I'm an ally.
Yeah.
I rip up the hate signs in my room.
She's just currently burning a pride flag. Oh, wait a second. Maybe they're not that bad.
Maybe they're not the devil.
Well, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this episode.
You guys are the best, for real. Shout out Auntie Terry. You know who you are.
Love you, Auntie Terry.
Woo!
Thanks for being our number one supporter.
And we could love you guys too.
Yeah, we could shout you out too.
If you want to be shouted out.
Don't you want a shout out?
Don't you want one?
From your Sonic sisters?
Yeah.
Leave a comment below.
Leave a comment.
And you could too be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, we will see you next time.
Yeah. Stay cool.
Girls,
stay get
the girlies out.
Bye.
I have come tonight